Hello. Yeah, I just got back from Dutchess Indies. Well, not like anybody would know what I just said. The Dutchess Indies is what today is called Indonesia, but I just call it Dutchess Indies 'cause I just thought it was funny. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I just got back yesterday and looks like I fixed my jet lag issue because I decided not to sleep in the time that I was used to the past 2 weeks, so I decided to adjust it right away because actually tomorrow will be my first day of school. Yeah. Anyways, I'll just share my trip that when I was in Indonesia, and I didn't make try to record any attempt to record because I feel like I just enjoy my time and also yeah, also just really just forgot about it. uh, Actually, I did try to record something with the camera, but it was actually too hot there. So actually, yeah, it was actually too hot there. Then the camera was kind of getting too hot, so I kind of stopped trying that. So I just used, did have some clips on my phone, even though I have a bad habit of even recording stuff in the first place. Bad habit is I don't really uh, take pictures or take videos of things that I may do or when I go on vacations. Yeah. Sometimes I just share that my whole trip, my almost 2 weeks trip when I was there. I'm not gonna share the activity that I did, based on, because I can use Google Map to share like exactly where I went, but I'm not gonna do that because it does show like where I actually live and well not actually where I live, the around the area where I live, and it's like if you look at the timeline for the Google Maps, you can see like where you started and for example San Francisco and Indonesia. That's basically what it says. Even though I don't live in San Francisco, even though I'm not very far away, probably an hour away. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I'll just share. So I went on a Sunday. Uh, in this time zone, Pacific time zone. Sunday. Evening. I went there's evening. Then I arrived to Japan because I had to transfer there. So I arrived there at around nighttime. Or take off around nighttime. I did have to actually when I went there, I did have to do the foreign exchange. I got scammed. It's actually my first time doing the foreign exchange, and I didn't really think too much because I was in a rush because my flight to Japan got delayed an hour, and initially the layover was only 2 hours 2 hours, or about 2.5 actually. But the initial flight was delayed for an hour, so I didn't have that much time for layover. So I was in a rush to the other terminal, well not terminal, in a different gate, and it was very far, so I had to run. But I also had to go do the foreign exchange because I figured I can't do that when I'm in Indonesia. I mean, not in the Indonesia airport because I'll be arriving late. That's what I thought. I'll arriving very late and nobody will be open. That's my initial thought. So that's why I did the foreign exchange in Japan. I did get scammed. It was well, not scam, but like the fee was so high. So I brought about $600 USD and tried to exchange all that. Uh, so I had to change it to yen first. Then change it to like what's it called? Whatever that rupees is that? I don't know. Anyways, I had to change it, and I think I only had about after all the whatever that is. I think I only have about 500 USD that can be exchanged for the Indonesian money. So that was a huge fee. I don't know if it's normal, but I was in a rush anyways. Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I probably got scammed, but oh well. Now I learned that shouldn't do at the airport, but maybe it is common. I'm not too sure. It was actually my first time exchanging money in a different country. Like instead of destination country, I change it into a different country. Like I would like when I went to Taiwan or Malaysia, I will exchange it at that local country instead of another country that I'm transferring. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So I arrived to Jakarta. Arrived there at night time. A lot of people, as expected. I arrived there around 11, actually a little bit earlier, 11 o'clock. But you know how the the visa line goes, very long. Waited quite a long time. I got out around 1:30. Then I had to get like a SIM card. It was not too expensive, so like $1 is basically 1,500 rupiahs. Let me actually look it up. What's it called? I think it's called rupiah, right? Yeah, rupiah. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah, rupiah. So it's basically $1 is like 1,500 rupiahs. So I had to pay about wait. So yeah, so about $22 for like 16 gig of like data. It's probably not that expensive. I don't know how much is the market. I know it's not definitely not gonna be that expensive because you're at I'm at an airport, so they do have an option to charge that higher rate. So I did get that. Um, 16 gig, I think that's what I got. Although it was very slow. I can't complain too much. Yeah, so I got after the airport. I also got scammed because it was already that late at night, and I was having trouble finding Grab. It was given anyways, because I keep trying to find Grab, nobody's willing to pick up, or just not enough drivers at that time. Because it's already very late during the day, which makes sense. It's already very late. Started to pay a taxi. That was about 300, about 300, so it's about $20 USD. It was can't really do much because it's already that late of the day. Can't really do much. And yeah, and I did bargain with the taxi driver to lower it down a little bit. Yeah, so after the airport, I just went back to my hotel. So that's basically my first night at Jakarta. I mean, first night in Indonesia, basically. The next day, tried to recover well, not recover, fix my sleep schedule. So I didn't go out in really any places. I just went to a mall, Grand Indonesia. Went there and got ramen, even though it was shitty ramen. It was very oily. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I just eat very light. That's why. It was really oily, but this is coming from a person who eats very light. So for people who normally don't eat that light compared to me, probably it's okay. But for me, it was very oily and yeah, a lot MSG too, if I remember correctly, because I was pretty thirsty afterwards. Yeah, so that day I was trying to recover my sleep schedule, so I didn't really do much that day. Wednesday, I actually get to experience the public transportation there. So I'm looking at my Google Maps right now. Okay, so I got the hotel. I took a bus all the way to a old town. It's called Karatua. Walk around, look at the scene, and I didn't really know what's there to do. I just look whatever's on YouTube, really, to what to do in there. So I just look it up. That was cool, so I just figured why not just go there. So I took a bus. It's a pretty long route. Walk around and stop by a cafe called Cafe Batavia. Yeah, colonized restaurant. Lamau. Uh, I didn't think too much when I went in, but after I look at the prices and then look up on the reviews, it was actually a very well-known place. So yeah, it was pretty pricey. Well, it's not that expensive when you exchange it to the USD. Was it actually a normal meal and considered the if you pay in America? It is considered regular meal you'll get anywhere. But if it's for local resident, yes, it's very expensive. So I would consider say it's first time fine dining, I guess. Well, first time, yeah, probably first time fine dining alone. Yeah, outside of like when with others. Yeah. So yeah, basically got scammed. I did see a lot of people like there trying to take pictures for their like wannabe influencers. That was cringe and also funny. People were taking a picture of their drinks. Also like taking a lot of pictures of themselves. Basically being in a building. I was just on the side looking at them. Just thought it was funny. Yeah. So I got at a restaurant, walk around. Actually, not walk around. Got lost, not lost, but trying to find this bus that trying to get back. Was having trouble. So, cause one of the station that I looked on Google Map was supposed to be near the restaurant. It wasn't there. So I decided to walk to the next stop of that bus route. That didn't work either. Don't know why, and just kind of gave up. So I ended up just taking Grab, all the way back to Central Park, I think. Yeah, I think I went to Central Park, but I don't know why I look on Google Map. It says something else like Niho, some other Neo Soho. I don't know, but I remember going to Central Park that day. But when I look at my activity on Google Maps, it's not that accurate. Then that day I got Korean food. Actually, speaking of food, actually, when you go to well, based in Jakarta, I don't know, it's different somewhere else in the around the country, but there's a lot of like Japanese restaurants. I guess they really miss being colonized. Lamau. Also a lot of Korean restaurants. That's given it anyways. Yeah, a lot of those. That's what I noticed when I was there. And yeah, that was basically my trip was in Jakarta. Then the next day I went to Semarang. Well, Semarang. But Semarang, but I just call it Semarang just for lols. I took a train. That was about 7 hours long. It's a slow train. It's not a high-speed rail, just a slow train. It was not that bad. I wouldn't say it's super clean. Actually, it was really clean. It just looks old, that's all. Although some places does look pretty dirty. Yeah, but they always have staff in there, like cleaning. So probably just people just messing it up. But it was just a really long ride. It was a 7 hours ride. Went there during afternoon. I mean the afternoon. Then I got there around nighttime. Yeah, when no, was it about I left around 2 o'clock, I think, 2 p.m. Then arrived there around like 8 or 9, I think. Don't remember. That was quite a long time ago. Yeah. So I went there, check around Semarang. Uh, went to an old town. It's actually pretty nice. Actually, a lot of people. It's actually pretty nice, actually. Walk around, check out the scenery. Then went to a mall again. Well, basically, when you're in Southeast Asia, you basically try to go to the mall most of the times, anyways, because that's where the air conditioners are, and that's where people hang out. So I also did that too. Uh, yeah, I don't know why. Like a lot of stuff I look on Google Map, like I mean the activity, like the places I don't recognize the name. I know where I went, but it's not totally accurate. Yeah. I did try out some local food like nasi goreng and lumpia. I think lumpia is one of my favorite local cuisine, even though it's super early. Actually, all the food is actually really early for Indonesian food. I'm just not really used to it, especially very light. Yeah, a lot of local food I'm not used to it at all. On the Saturday, my first weekend when I was there, I went to a beach. Uh, Actually on the road, stop at Mag Lang. Then I went to what's it called? This beach called Goha. I mean, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, but I went to a beach, T beach. One is Goha Simara Beach, and the next one is Panti. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try Lamau. Basically, it was a 4 hours drive, one way. So two way is about 8 hours. Just want to check out the scenery. It was probably went on a probably was like a really unlucky day because the view wasn't that good, and it was a pretty cloudy actually. And then actually that's pretty normal in Indonesia, I think, when going when I was there actually, because a lot of days it was just very cloudy or polluted, Lamau. It's pretty cloudy. Probably just unlucky or just not the right time. And they do get dark around 6 o'clock. It gets pretty dark. Something I'm not really used to because I live in California. And I remember it's the same for Malaysia too and Taiwan. Yeah. Sunday I rolled back took the train again. In the morning train actually. Got back from Semarang back to Jakarta. It was a morning train. Uh, yeah, to the morning train. The train station was actually in center Jakarta. Uh, yeah. Man, this stuff is not accurate at all. Well, I do remember anyway. So I took the train. Took the train arrived to the train station in Jakarta. Went back to the hotel, of course, to drop off my stuffs. And next, I go to Tangerang, the night market. I remember the Grab driver was very interesting. He was a very unique driver. Yeah, he wasn't driving so well. I felt like he was a fairly new driver because he was driving really slow, and also he was getting a lot of honks. And I didn't know like it's very normal to hear honks in Indonesia. But a lot of those honks was not, there was no traffic though. Yeah. And he just keep like his wheel, the lanes, he just keeps switching, which I also have to say, like Indonesia, the traffic there is insane, it's so bad. It's terrible. I would not want to even live there or even drive there. It's just too chaotic. Like nobody follow the lanes and like people will squeeze to every single inch. Yeah, it's very scary, especially if you're a motorcycle driving a motorcycle. It's just very scary. Yeah, and it's kind of hard to imagine when I live in America. We just drive in one lane, and I know it's the same thing for like Taiwan and Malaysia. We just drive along one lane only. We follow the lane, but in Indonesia, no, they don't follow. They just drive whatever they want. So it's basically just like a video game. Like just watching them drive. It's pretty much like a video game. They just drive whatever they want. And also the walking part just difficult. There's not really any like you have to basically just walk on your own. So I try to walk with when there's people who's also crossing. Yeah, there's no crossing light there. Yeah, there's no pedestrian light, so you have to walk on your own. So it's basically like, yeah, jaywalking. So you have to be really careful when going to like Indonesia. Yeah, well, basically Southeast Asia. I don't remember Malaysia being that bad for having that much traffic compared to Jakarta, which makes sense. I saw a video about uh Java, like this Java island, basically. There was like about 160 million people. Thing, I don't know if it's accurate. I just saw a video about it. And that's actually more, I believe that's more than like Russia, the whole population. Like, given how big Russia it is, or it used to be that big. I mean, the picture about, given how small this little island of Java is. Yeah, that's why there's a lot of people. It's very difficult to get around. Um, well, actually, yeah, Tuesday, went to a beach. I did hurt my back. I had a cramp, I guess. I got a hurt my back, so I went to like a massage place. Well, I got a toy now over there. It was a really good session. This Indian guy, well, it was painful actually. This Indian guy gave a really good toy now, or like massage. I guess it was really good, although it was really painful. It was I would say it was a pretty affordable session, I think. 'Cause I do see a lot of people going there, so I would say it is considered affordable for local residents. I would say, but that's just in my opinion because I do see a lot of people going there when I was there, middle of the day and middle of the week. It was on Tuesday, middle of the day. And then there was a lot of people, so I would say it was their pricing was okay. I got 20 now. It was about 200k rupees. No, no, yeah, rupees. It was a 60 minutes sessions, I think. Yeah. I think it's a fair price. It was actually a really good price for when you factor in the exchange rate for me, yeah. But for local resident, I would say it's a fair price because I do see a lot of people going there. Yeah, so I would say it's a good fair price. I went there, then I went to this beach called Peak Beach. Yeah. And I spotted a place that they can rent a bike. So I rented a, well, it's not really a bike, it's an electrical scooter bike. So I rode that, just got around. It's actually the only place, which I was pretty surprised because the whole trip I was really shocked that I didn't spot a single Chinese, or at least look Chinese, until I arrived at that place. And I didn't really think this would be the place that I can spot some people who actually look Chinese, because this is just a beach. But yeah, when I was there, I took that electrical scooter, I guess. I did spot a lot of Chinese there, which I didn't think I would see. That was really cool, and maybe wish I would have gone there because I do get homesick. No Chinese food for like many days until like towards the half of my trip. Yeah, so it was really fun just there, but I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat any Chinese food because I was already sick. Already sick that time. My tummy was not comfortable at all. Yeah, I think I'm just not used to the local cuisine there, and it's probably just a me problem rather than like anybody who goes. I did get diarrhea like towards the halfway of my trip. Yeah, I was just really uncomfortable the last few days. So I ended up that day just getting a Subway because that's the food that I know, and it's the only thing I know that has a lot of vegetables in the sandwich. Yeah. So the next day I just stayed at the hotel because I was already sick. I really just can't go anywhere. And the next day I went to a mall and get Subway again. I actually got that for my next 3 meals. Yeah. uh, it's really sad, but that's what I did. And the next day, um, went back to the wait. Actually, before I get a Subway, I actually got something else. I got the kaya bread. I spotted that when I was buying fruits, and I spotted a kaya bread there. It's like a Singaporean franchise place. I forgot what it's called, but I got that because I didn't miss eating that. I also forgot that they put butter, which I'm not used to. I think that's the original way. They do put butter into kaya jam, which I don't. I only put like the kaya, so it was fun eating that. Haven't eaten that for a while. Yeah, just got sober and go back home and recover. The next day, I decided to book a hotel right at the airport because I don't want to miss my plane on the next day because I do have a morning flight and I really doubt there will be a driver available at 4 a.m. for Grab. And I just assumed that because when the day I arrived here around 2 a.m. there was no driver at all, so I didn't want to take that risk. I decided to just book a hotel at the airport. It was pricey. It was actually 3 times the price I would usually get. It's just about 3 times. So like the hotels, the average prices I got was about $30 to 35, and that's before tax. And there was tax also, but usually my stays is around 30 to 35 per night. And the hotel I got at the airport, that one was about 72. Yeah, so it's pretty pricey, but I don't want to miss it. And also, I know that if I'm able to get a Grab, it wouldn't be cheap going there anyway. So, and the last day I was just basically flying back home. Uh, Flew JAL again, the same exact route, except this time I had to go to LA and San Francisco. And of course, there's another delay, which, yeah, very common. Yes, I'm very glad to be home. I miss home. Would I go back to Indonesia again? Very likely not. Uh, because the transportation there just really, really sucks. And it's not their fault. It's actually nobody's fault. Just there's too much people there. Just you can't really do much today. Cause like when you say, well, especially when I look up a place I want to go to, it says only 30 minutes, but it's not actually 30 minutes. You have to double or triple that actual time. And I don't know why. Like, cause I do know Google Maps does factor in the traffic, but I don't know why it's just so inaccurate. When I was there, I just don't know why. So a lot of stuff that I plan, well not plan, or at least a lot of stuff I watch on YouTube that I want to go to, didn't work out. So if I want to go back to Indonesia again, which is might be possible because I didn't go to Bali, which should probably go, cause yeah, I didn't go to Bali, and I only explore like the south side of Indonesia. Well, not south, like middle side of Indonesia, Jakarta and Semarang. Well, just Java really. So there's a good chance I'll go back, but if I go back, probably needs to be longer than 2 weeks if I really want to go check out around, cause there's just not enough time given the transportation is just difficult. Yeah, low. And I actually really like the the Grab thing. I really get to use that. Well, take advantage of using that when I was there. Just thought it was really simple to use. I wish we have something like this in like America, but I don't. I mean, they do, but like super pricey. And also the Oval Pay, I really liked it. You don't have to carry cash, even though I do. You can use it just like scan a QR code with payment, which is basically we have it here in America too, a Venmo, but like I mean more for like for merchants. And I know a lot of countries in the world already have that, but yeah, America sucks basically. They don't have that. We don't have that crap. They don't. I don't know why, but it was fun to use it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got out of that trip. And also really surprised that it was really hard to spot any Chinese people. And I also learned that the language was banned about 20, 30 years ago, Chinese, and only lifted that ban away only a few years ago. So that's what I found out about. So probably that explains why there's not that many Chinese people or people who look Chinese. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week, even though this is a long video. Alright, thanks. Bye.